you to help me out, if you would. Welcome to the Parting of the Waters, an oldie but goodie here on the Universal Studios Tour. Now, here's how it works. On the count of three, everybody in all four cars, and we'll hear you back there, on the count of three, just yell out, "Part the waters." Make it loud, and hopefully it'll work, because we can't back these trams up. Well, we can, but it's not a very pretty sight. So ready? Help me out now. You know your part. 1, 2, 3.
Part the waters!
That should do it. It's working. Make sure all the ducks are out of there. In case you're wondering, no, this is not where the Ten Commandments is filmed. It was used, though, in Mel Brooks' History of the World, Part 1. We're going well below sea level today, so if you have any personal belongings on the floor, you might want to pick them up, hold them on your lap, because water does tend to splash in. While we drive through, stay seated, keeping your arms inside the tram. You don't want to reach out and touch this water. The unique perspective we're about to have over here on the left allows us to view the Venture at Skull Island from the point of view of the camera. Pretty much the same view Peter Jackson had while filming King Kong, so have your own cameras out. You won't want to miss this. The view from King Kong is on the left. There's nothing happening on the right side. As you're about to see the Venture at Skull Island, they're highly detailed miniatures. Believe it or not, that's as big as Skull Island ever got in the film. The bigger the miniature, the more realistic it looks. Some recent TV shows to film here. Curb Your Enthusiasm, HBO's True Blood. Alright guys, we're now entering our quiet zone for the filming of the Hallmark Channel's Home and Family Show with Mark Zininas and Christina Ferrari. They're filming up here at the top of the hill beside a little house. So if I go off the microphone right now, nothing wrong with the sound, be back with you shortly.
Ma poi vengono smontati e rimontati. Vengono smontati, per esempio, quando è finito il film. Il film con là. Oui.
And then they swapped that and they brought out all the monsters.
Hi guardando e sto inquadrando perché i telespettatori e i telegarage devono vedere queste cose. Questa è roba pesante.
Mi rappelle comme hier. Non vedi?
Allora, qua ti devi mettere le lunette, devi mettere gli occhialini.
Incroyable, Paolo.
Mamma mia.
On avait dit à Roger.
Questa è qua distruzione, che roba è?
Roger, moi on avait dit on reviendra plus.
You stay seated the entire time we're here, even the tram stops, stand up. This we call a hot set. That means all the props are placed ready for filming. Not anything touched or moved. All back to Fox Series Bones was shooting in here with David Boreanaz, Emily Deschanel, and John Francis Daly. But look around. Notice the great attention to detail. Nothing's been spared in making this set look as authentic as possible, from a map of bar group to billboards. And this doesn't happen by accident. This is the result of oh my gosh, what's that? All right. Little Earth trimmer. Have these every day in Southern California. Nothing to worry about. Anyway, these props. Really okay. You might want to start worrying, guys. This could be the big one. Just have to ride it out. Look behind us over here on the left. I have a feeling the ceiling might cave in back there. Oh yeah, there it goes. On the left, just ahead of
my
us.
God.
Gonna hit that collapsed floor. Stop! Everybody okay? I think it's all over with. But back to right. You guys are right side of the tram could get wet. Keep those cameras covered. More water. Well, there's something you don't see every day. Unless, of course, for me. We just survived the earthquake, the big one. Now, here's a scene episode of Bones that shot in there a while ago.
We do like double.
What's going on?
Let's get out of here! The water main just broke!
Just ahead, the little fishing village of Amity that 37 years ago was terrorized by a great white maiden. Today, the people of Amity are breathing a sigh of relief. Sharks have been caught. Once again, it's safe to go in the water. Or is it? Every day, the Amity police come through and make a sweep. The harbor's now around 2:30. George's in the water. There's his boat. There's the shark they caught. We're going to drive down along the dock. When we stop, you can stand up. Oh, something's happening out here. Thought they caught the shark. We only caught a shark. Let me try to warn George here. Timmy, George, you got a big shark heading for your buddy. You might want to get out of there. George? Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. See that boy going tour guide up here in the front car. It's always nice to have help. Watch that yellow barrel out there. We attached some bait to that. Yeah, he took it. I didn't take it too far. That's cold well for him. He's around here someplace. He that diver didn't fill him up. He'll be back. Now last week when it was 55 degrees during the day, the fire felt good. Today not so good, but I digress. Where's the shark? Where'd he go? Here's sharky, sharky, sharky. Where are you? Oh, here's on the right. Watch out. Bad case of gas. Much more can you people take? Is it the same shark they used in the movie Jaws? No, that shark fell apart years ago. This is probably the grandson of the original, but the mechanics are basically the same. They had trouble making that movie. Here, tell me about that, as somebody should know, Steven Spielberg himself.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrating. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio waves. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited. The shark, well enough, for a while there, had the music all night. So I really owe the shark a lot.
Spielberg named the shark Bruce after his own lawyer. And for 12 years, Jaws Lake doubled his cabin co-main for the Murder, She Wrote series, starring Angela Lansbury as Jessica Fletcher. Up here on the left, you'll see a few of the homes that make up Elm Street. Parenthood films back there, so does CSI. Elm Street to the left. For 8 years, ABC's hit series Desperate Housewives filmed near Universal. The show's no longer on the air, but the street where they live, Wisteria Lane, is still here. So we're going to drive down the lane today, guys. We'll go in, go down in the street, we'll loop around the cul-de-sac, we'll come back out. The best way to shoot this, if you plan to take pictures, if we go in, shoot one side of the street, shoot the other side. Now, long before this became Wisteria Lane, and we're not really there yet, it's called Colonial Street. TV families like the Munsters, the Cleavers, the Hardy Boys, Lass's family, Matlin lived back here. But for 8 years, it was exclusively Wisteria Lane on ABC's hit series Desperate Housewives. 8 years they were here, nobody else could film here. Along with the street, they used 5 of our stages on the front lot. Some of these houses are what we call practical. You can actually film inside them. The rest are just shells and facades with no interiors. Matthew Perry's been here doing doing scenes for his show called Go On. Last week, a Pepsi-Cola commercial was filming here. So let's take a look at Wisteria Lane in action in this clip from Desperate Housewives as we continue our drive through the neighborhood.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
What the heck? Let's move that.
Back in the 1960s, though, in a series here called The Munsters, starring Fred Gwynne, Yvonne DiCarlo. They're right by the old Munsters house now. It'll be the third house down on the right side of the street. Purplish gray house up here with a white trim. That's where Bob and Lee lived on Desperate Housewives. And right next door at the end of the street where Gabrielle lived, back in 1950, Jimmy Stewart lived there with a 6'3" Invisible Rabbit Harvey and the classic movie Harvey. Now, Desperate Housewives is produced by Buena Vista Productions, a subsidiary of Disney. And for 8 years, 24/7, nobody else could film here. They had security guards here the entire time, night and day. Part Wisteria Lane's an average, normal-looking neighborhood. Nothing too unusual about its appearance. Up the road, a piece will be passing a little neighborhood that's anything but normal, anything but usual. In fact, the neighborhood up here is downright quirky. Here to see more about that, the director of Dr. Seuss on the Grinch Stole Christmas, Ron Howard.